for the expulsion of Palestinians by redrawing what it calls Israeli borders. Foreign Minister Avigdor Lieberman says Palestinians should be excluded from Israel because they don't recognize Israel as a Jewish state. Now, he also rejected swapping the occupied Palestinian lands in return for peace with Palestinians. Lieberman's proposals come just as direct talks are underway between Tel Aviv and the Palestinian Authority. Israel's settlement activities is the thorniest issue in the talks. Now, the Palestinian Authority wants an end to the settlement construction on the occupied territories, but Lieberman says Israel should keep its West Bank settlements and has no plan to extend its 10-month freeze due to end later this month. Well, we're going to switch over to Belfast, where we have author and Middle East affairs expert Saeb Shaath. Thanks so much for being with us. What do you make of these latest remarks made by Foreign Minister Avigdor Lieberman? On the one hand, the government in Tel Aviv is involved in talks with the Palestinian Authority, but on the other hand, basically saying that they really do not want to compromise on anything. So what do you make of these latest remarks?
The Palestinian Authority knows very well all the plans, transfer plans from the Kadima party, which in Albert was, and he proposed the triangle area, they called, and the Valley of Arad to the Palestinian state, which is put 1.3 Palestinian who lives in Palestine 48, which they call it Israel, to reside in the Palestinian Authority, but allowed to work as slave labor for Israelis, but they won't sleep in there, they won't stay in their homeland. They go to areas under the Palestinian control. And Sharon himself, his son even, after his father was calling, it's the historical imbalance if there is an Arab population state and so on. The problem is not with what the Israelis say, the problem is with the Palestinian leadership in the West Bank who entertain such an idea, and we're discussing and have what we call it brainstorming sessions with them in dealing such that. Some of them thought of it as an extending their piece of land they're going to take and extending their authority to more population.
Let's look at that, Saeb Shaath. I'm sorry, we're very limited in time, but let's look at what you just said. Do you think that the Palestinian Authority will entertain what Lieberman has said? Of course, before acting Palestinian Authority chief Mahmoud Abbas had said that there would be no compromise and no talks if the Israelis did not compromise, is what he called it, on the settlement issue. And as we know, Tel Aviv has said that they will not continue the moratorium on the settlement issue. So where does it go from here? Do you think that the Palestinian Authority will entertain what Lieberman is saying and possibly go the way that he's requesting?
This authority in Ramallah will entertain anything as long as they stay in power. That is my point of view, and that, I believe, sharp in this. And the idea even was floated in the year 2003 when Abbas was the Prime Minister for the government of Palestine before the killing of Yasser Arafat. And that is, from that time, they were entertaining such an idea in their own Geneva discussions and other sessions they hold with Israelis. So the worry in here is for them to accept. But even if they accept, and even if they entertain some of these ideas, they are not going to impose that in the Palestinian people will, because they lack legitimacy and they lack all the umbrella cover of the PLO itself doesn't support Mahmoud Abbas' policies right now, doesn't support his even participating in the negotiations. That is the legitimate Palestinian de facto umbrella party, which is the PLO. They don't support him, and he claims he is the chairman of the PLO. And from here we can take it, those people being used in the West Bank to just entertain the United States ideas and plans for dividing the Middle East.
Okay, sorry, Shaath.
Now and then, once
All right, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but we're out of time. Saeb Shaath, author, Middle East Affairs expert from Belfast, thanks so much for being with us. Well, you're tuned into Presstv World News, and these are the top stories this hour once again. U.S.-led troops killed 6